All right, so I got a little something different for y'all. A subscriber reached out and asked if I wanted to try out some of his jigs, and I love jigs. And if you followed me and watched any of my videos for any amount of time, you'll know that I love a white chatterbait. So he sent me a white chatterbait, a couple of jigs, football jigs, flipping jigs, and a couple of swim baits. White, and then black and blue. I also have a green pumpkin red and I would call it a PB&J. Right now it's about 10:30. Water temperature is pretty low. It's at 68 right now. The air temperature is around the same. Been dropping down. So what I'm hoping today is for a moving bait, and I'm definitely going to try out the chatterbait because, like I said, it is my all-time confidence bait. So the thing I like about these is you can kind of see it's got a different head to it. It's not your typical, you know, it's almost got like an Arky style head to it. It's not your typical chatterbait like I have here. This is a Z-Man jackhammer, and you can kind of see the nose difference. You can see the head difference looking at it. And the blades are a little bit different too. This one is just a little bit different. The connection on it is pretty much the same. It's got a pretty big hook on it. This is a half ounce. Yeah, it hurts pretty good. I typically like to throw as light as I can possibly get in the water. I like a 1/4 ounce, but with the temperatures and the water temperatures today, I have a feeling they're gonna be closer to the bottom. So an actual heavier jig, bladed jig might actually work out. So I'm gonna tie that on and give it a shot. And then later on today, probably try out, maybe a flipping or a football style jig. So we're just gonna take chatterbait. It's got a pretty good hook keeper on it as well, bait keeper. I really enjoy that. Just because, especially with these Zenkos, they can get torn up pretty quickly. So I'm gonna see where it comes out. It's about around the middle. Thread it on there as straight as I possibly can. Pop it out where I think it's gonna pop out at. And then thread the rest of it up. Put it up on that, make sure it's secure on that bait keeper. And that is a fantastic looking chatterbait. For the knot, let's see if I can get a picture. For the knot, I'm just doing my favorite and the knot I use for pretty much everything, which is the uni knot. Oh boy, yeah, so definitely shout out to Deep Throat Jigs, man. I'm excited to try them out. I love a chatterbait. I love a jig, especially here in Chicago River. Works pretty well. Because we got some wind, it's gonna be pretty windy today, 12, 15 mile an hour winds. The water's dirty and overcast. Probably a spinnerbait would probably work pretty well too. But I'm gonna try a tried and true chatterbait. I'm gonna try it on this bank here, just quick to see if they're on banks. I might try going back into a creek here. Sorry for the wind. Yeah, might be pretty busy today with a lot of people trying to take out of the marina here, closer to the city. Yeah, never hurt anybody. Just keep your head on a swivel. Always make sure you have your life jacket on. And if you can, run a flag or make sure that there's something bright. First cast with the Deep Throat jig. Let's just see how it looks. Ooh, looks nice. Cast nice. Oh yeah, and immediately. So that's the thing with some chatterbaits I don't really like, is it takes a while for the chatter to start going. This is pretty immediate and still chatters on a really slow retrieve. Let's see about a fast retrieve. Yeah, I can still feel that chatter on a pretty quick retrieve too. Awesome. It is sinking down pretty quick because it is a half ounce, but like I said, I think that might be closer to the bottom. So this is actually going perfect for me, where I like it, where I think the strike zone's gonna be, which I don't think they're gonna be on the top of the water column. I think they might be in the middle or the lower water column, we'll see. You could argue black and blue here. You wouldn't be wrong. But again, white, I'm just one of those guys. I have a lot of confidence in white. A lot of confidence in white. White swim jigs, chatterbaits. For bottom bouncing jigs, I typically like more of a natural color, sometimes PB&J. It just depends on the mood. But yeah, white, black and blue, green pumpkin, PB&J are usually the 4 colors. And then I like to, on most of, if not all the jigs that I throw, have a little purple on them. I know that the bass, they can't see really the color, what is it? I think blue. I don't think they have the blue cones in their eyes. And so purple kind of looks like a little bit of like a darker blue, or like almost like a darker brown. Yeah, I seem to have a lot of success on baits that have white in them, or purple in them. Cast nice, skips nice. Again, it's immediate chatter when you start to reel. And you don't have to sit there and burn your reel for a little bit trying to get it to chatter. Seems to chatter at all distances, all retrieve speeds, and they're not 20 bucks, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my jackhammers. I think they're one of the greatest chatterbaits out there. I don't enjoy paying 20 bucks for them though. That's why, sometimes you just gotta find an alternate. If you can find one that is close to the original, you know, they are US based. So these are made in the USA, South Carolina. Go to their site, use my code, TIE20, to get an extra 20% off. I think that was a fish on it. I felt weird. And maybe the sun will burn off some of the clouds. So I'm just starting this up shallow, bringing it down off the rocks, off the ledge. There's one. Nice. That didn't take long. That did not take long at all. Yeah, nice. Thanks, bud. That did not take long at all on this guy. That's one for the chatterbait. Skips nicely, dude. Skips real nicely. Ooh. They're nipping at it. Just, so I don't know if they're going out, I don't know if they want something chasing or if they want something slower, but they're nipping. They're nipping at it. So I'm just hoping right now I'm casting still again shallow. There is a little bit of a shade line created here. The sun just started coming out, so what I'm thinking the fish might be doing now is gonna go start kind of getting into that shade a little bit so they can ambush a little better. Like I said, the water here is pretty dirty, maybe 6-8 inches of visibility. And that's why I love chatterbait, man. Really, you can fish it in any water, but you kind of want a little bit of chop, a little bit of activity on the water. You know, if you go outside and it's glass, the water's glass, you know, I don't think a chatterbait's gonna work as well. But you still get bit on it though. It's my confidence bait for a reason. Hitting off of something down there. Again, I'm using a heavier chatterbait than normal. Like I said, I usually throw a 1/4 ounce, but I want to try to target a little bit of the bottom water today. But it's also causing me to hit structure and stuff that I'm not used to hitting. And you can feel it with this jig head. You can feel everything down there. Oh, there's one right off here. There's another one. That chatterbait's good, man. This chatterbait is good. Ooh, that's got some pretty black spots on it. Cool. Look at that spot. That's cool. You're a beautiful looking fish, man. Thanks, bud. Yeah. So far, so good with this chatterbait, man. Get yours for an extra 20% off. Use the code below. But yeah, that's a solid good first outing with these 3 fish in less than 20 minutes. I'll take it. And in 3 different spots too. Like I wasn't just, you know, picking off one spot. Went to different spots and caught them in different places there. It was nice. Yeah, I really like this chatterbait. Everything about it so far. The way it swims, the way the chatter initially starts, the feel. I'm gonna have to try it in some grass. I have a feeling that Arky style head's gonna do pretty good in the grass. It's gonna cut through a little bit better than normal chatterbaits that are more of that flipping style head. It's kind of a bulkier head. Now I know that like when you go through grass, mostly the chatterbait blade is gonna be what's kind of going through, and it kind of creates it does create a little bit of a shield for the grass. But there's just sometimes when you're fishing a lot of grass that, you know, you'll pop out and then pop into just another grass mat. And so I'm hoping that head benefits me. Again, I'm just kind of crawling it and I'm getting fish. There's another one. Feels nice. That feels better. That's better. That's a better one. Come on, bud. There we go. There we go. Nice. That's a healthy looking fish, man. Thanks, bud. Well, 4 fish, and I'm still on the same Zenko. What was that about complaining about the durability? All right, we're doing pretty well right now. Again, structure, I'm looking at points, flats, drop-offs, using a 1/2 ounce chatterbait, and I'm going pretty slow. I'm probably keeping this about a foot off of the bottom. And that's where I've been getting all my bites. Now what I'm doing is I'm casting it up there real close to the rocks, real close to the shallow, and just letting it kind of glide off of the rocks and then towards the bottom, like a fish trying to escape from the top a little bit. And for chatterbaits, it's okay. Like if you get if like you like hit a rock or a lay down and you get hung up and you pop it out, don't feel that your cast is dead. I mean, you'll get a lot of your bites when you pop it off. Structure, rocks, or when you pop it out of grass. I get a lot of my bites fishing grass, getting it up into that grass, into the thick stuff, and then popping it out. And I get a lot of my bites that way. It's just because, you know, it's triggering that feed instinct in the bass, right? They may not be hungry, but when they see that fish pop out right by their face, it triggers their bite instinct. So that's why a lot of people will say, like, you'll get caught on jigs on the initial fall, That's because you're probably just casting it in front of a bass's face and they're seeing it fall down, and it triggers that bite response. Like I said, they may not be hungry, but they'll bite it. All right. Well, chatterbait works. And I love it. Good chatterbait, good chatterbait. I think I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try a slower bait today. I'm gonna try this flipping jig out. This is another 1/2 ounce flipping jig. With all the wind, I needed to get to the bottom pretty quickly. Like I said, anything with purple, I have a lot of success with. So I'm gonna keep the PB&J. So yeah, really like the hook, the brush guard here. I might trim a little bit of it off. So with these, I just go horizontal. There we go. It's a little bit better. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with an exopod here. So I'm just gonna trim off the first 2 egg sacs. Probably gonna trim up the skirt a little bit too. And I trim skirts on almost all of my jigs, except for my chatterbaits, just because typically you don't need to. And you typically don't need to on a regular jig either. I like more of a finesse looking approach when it comes to jigs. There we go. And then for the trimming, all I want is I don't want it to interact with these kicking tails. So, it's not too bad. I'm gonna leave it as is. So again, tying this on, go down through the eye hole, hook hole, and then I'm using a uni knot again. Wet the line. Then you can cinch it down and cut off as much as you want. So I'm not gonna trim the skirt. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it the way it is. It's pretty light brush guard, but I like a light brush guard. The ones that get super thick, sometimes I feel like it impedes my hook setting. So yeah, we'll try this out. A little PB&J action. So this is it's a flipping jig. So it's got a different head on it, but it's meant to go flipping through, structure, whether that be trees, laydowns, rocks like I'm fishing right now. And so it doesn't get hung up as much. But really, like with any jigs, you can do pretty much everything with just like a normal like flipping or casting jig, right? You can swim that, you can drag it, pitch it and cover. And what they say about jigs is jigs catch fish. And in my experience, they catch bigger fish. You're gonna get dinks. They do catch, for me, it catches bigger fish. So I'm just letting it go to the bottom and then just giving it a lift. And I can feel those rocks under there. Yep, there's a little one. Oh, not a little one, but ooh, on the jig. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Little bank fish. I'll take it. Thanks, bud. Well, I was just fishing the bank while I'm waiting for my buddy Costco to get here. And got got a little bass on the chatterbait. So thanks again to Deep Throat Jigs. Definitely check them out. Go to their site, use code TY20 for an extra 20% off. I haven't tried out the swim jigs yet, but the 2 that I did were absolutely amazing. So found a new chatterbait replacement, so I'll definitely be ordering more. Definitely give them some love in the comments, give them some love. Check out their baits. Like I said, they're locally made, premium quality. I love them, absolutely love them, and I've only been out here for a day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, tight lines, y'all. Thanks.